That's a bad omen. Go here. You go right there, man. I'll take with the bishop. Move right here.
Mud, hello. Oh, yuck is right. Kinda yucky right now. Hello. Freaking 44 months though? 44 months? It's pretty damn cracked, Mud. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 44 months. And a 60 stream streak. That's crazy talk, brother. Welcome back for another one. Welcome back for another one. This stream motherfucking rolling. I need a... Oh. Fucking gorgeous. I need...
Oh, snap. So if I take... You take with
I don't
the
know what
girl,
I need.
I take the night. Is there a branch here?
I'm literally watching some guy play chess. I don't even care about chess.
Is there a branch? I'm just hoping there is, right? No. Okay.
Damn. That's a trade, baby.
We're getting dicey. Pricey. I'm just slower. That's all it is. I'm just slower, man.
That's all. Adjusting.
It don't matter. I got 1 second left.
Flag my boy. You think I ain't gonna flag him?
Of course you're gonna flag it. Your boy is.
Again.
Yeah, you just bought a sword down. You didn't do that to me. Why you look at me like that?
Oh. You're gonna be famous.
You're in church. Hello, church. It's okay, I'll do Genshin real quick. I'll do my dailies. Whip out some dailies. Time skip version of chess. I'm gonna time skip your face, Warlord. I'll watch the live stream later, the whole thing, and I will leave a like. Okay, thank you, Equatorn. That's very kind of you. You're skipping the wind trace? Oh, look at that. Another fucking hair fractured. What's a wind trace? Oh, the fucking ice mountain event. Honestly, oh yeah, okay. I think you need not even do that to finish out the bow, right? Like you probably already have the bow. Wait. Which one do I like the most? This one. Missing some weapon mats and 100 primos? Yeah. I gotta do this one, all of it. Well, this one's actually like quite entertaining. And you can probably finish all the points by doing each one time. Maybe doing an extra one. But I had max points before I did the last one. But they are fun. Game is fun. Yeah, I bet. Well, there's that massive flu. There's so many people at work have been getting the fucking flu. What the hell? It's a motherfucking line. Bro, this guy's at 90? Oh, he's speed hacking. Bro, ain't no way somebody's speed hacking in this fucking game. Fuck if I'm poaching your shit, bro. Look at these guys. They're actually going like faster. That's kind of crazy. Is that a We're running it up behind me. Not gonna lie. This guy's moving at a way faster pace. No, it's not a skill issue. It's literally he's hacking. That's so funny. It's gotta be hacks. Like... You see this guy? Look at him. Fucking caught up to me. Did you see how much faster he was going than me right there? No way someone's name is Church? That's crazy, Warlord. Equatorn said, this is the worst timing for my stream because I'm in church. Wow. That's a funny one, Warlord. Also, quite disrespectful. But, comedy be comedy. Oh, shit. I would have won. Bro, fuck that guy. Hacking and shit. Jeffrey Bezos? Is Bezos' name Jeffrey? I didn't think so. Usually combining Jeffrey Epstein and... Is it Jeffrey Bezos? It doesn't ring like a name that I know. You know, like you go Brad Pitt, but you wouldn't go like... You'd hear George Pitt and be like, that don't make sense. Oh wait, I kind of forgot that this... Oh wait, I kind of remember that this doesn't suck. Well, there's somewhere out in the world, there's a guy slash girl going, this guy's hacking. What the hell? How does he have so many points? Because these fuckers are not gaining points. I feel like I could just stop and I'd still beat them. Oh my god. Get out of here, Jen. You think you can take my shit? And I'll take the other fucking magnet. Head ass. This is against him, yeah. Music is a banger, bro. That is something that Genshin wins on like 1000%. No offense, I really like WUWA's music so far, but Genshin Impact cooked the hell out of their soundtrack. Like, constantly. Imagine I get disqualified because I quit playing. Smashing the floaty ball is the most number of times? What floaty balls? Oh, the birds, I guess. Makes sense. Mud, remember when we were talking about a traveler outfit and now there's a traveler outfit coming? Did they showcase it? Does it look cool or is it like just a little different? Tree 34. You know what that means? We bring Shilonin home. Damn it. Never mind, we bring gaming home. Damn it. I mean, not damn it, because we want as many Chevrolet Steins as we can get. That was a pretty short time period for that event. Chevruchenstein. Fishnado. It's a fishnado.
Grow, grow, grow. This way, I... Come, get with me.
Go to the next.
This way.
Here you are.
The dagger in the water. These all non help me quest. I fucking love it, mate.
Everyone hold hands. The show begins.
Flicker.
Get with me. I see everything. Yoo-hoo! Dissipate. Hey,
Flicker.
Oh, treasure. We had been talking about traveler outfit, and then they made a traveler outfit. I think it was literally you that was like
add Astra.
something new
Thank you
traveler
for
outfit. It's about damn time. 74. I hope so. Yeah. As long as, like, if they, well, I mean, I guess at any point people are buying shit like that, but I would just hope they don't start making wacky shit, you know what I'm saying? Still farming away on that shit.
Curses.
Fiorina. What the fuck is Fiorina on this team? Oh, yeah.
Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in too late for regrets. Ow, everybody stand.
How amusing.
Yeah.
Cry louder.
Why do they never meet? Let the world collide. Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's look out.
That's far enough.
Listen here, buddy. I'm a little overdue for something mother freaking useful.
Strike a pose. Too late for regrets. I'm going in. Let my name echo in song. We'll see about that.
Behold. Upon the gale, know your place. How amusing.
How amusing. How amusing. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better. This could go on. I'll let you know.
Everybody stand ears of the storm. Time to shine. Shower me.
Squall and fury. Wretched vermin.
I'm going in. Let the world collide. Dare to mess
6120. 80. Still came out with nothing, but we did come out with an Arlecchino goblet. Oh, and we could... make a couple strong boxes. I kinda feel like I should keep that for now. HP scaler with both crits and an attack percentage. Attack. Oh wait. Nothing auto lock? That is not promising. EM earrings. Crit damage, attack. ER. That ER would make that slightly useful. Plan. I've quite a bit locked things. Now, are these locked things that I like? Yes. Damn, exactly enough flowers? I'm so for God. Okay, we gotta do the Durant thing and then we're gonna...
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on
This is
forever.
day 3. We didn't do it last night because I wanted to go to bed.
Some say the god of fate calls the outcome of every dice
A couple
roll
ankles may have been
before it's
broken
even
just now.
made. And that's why the secret to winning a lot of games is having that god on your side.
Your luck is amazing, Kaya.
Saya!
Give it another
Saya on
shot.
fire! Hello, Saya. How are you doing today?
Fear not, O Crimson Dragonborn, for I, the Princess of Urtalang, have bestowed upon you the benediction of the midnight hour, and with it you shall surely smite this usurper.
Mein Fräulein means to say she's rooting for you in secret. Oh, and that you must, at all cost, defeat the one who snatched her limited edition card back.
Epic failure. You got one of everything? That's like...
I'm not too sure if that counts as good luck or bad.
Tis not but the perfidious machinations of fate.
That should be a win. Getting one of every element? And a wild card one? Should be like a nat 20 right there.
Paimon, you're back!
It's good to see you, honorary knight. Mein Fräulein is
All for
quite
one
invested
for
in
all.
the outcome of this match, so please allow me to extend greetings on her behalf.
Of course. But if you're out playing cards, how come you're not over at the Cat's Tail?
There's
Cats are
something
scared
about
of
our
them.
horned friend over there that seems to frighten off little animals. Could be because he used to be a dragon. Normally, the animals just steer clear of him, but in the close confines of the Cat's Tail, let's just say, the feline residents probably consider it their turf. And we all know how dangerous a cornered cat can be.
I just wanted to borrow one of their nests for a nap.
One of their nests? Wait, you mean a cat sofa?
Yeah, it's more comfortable for me. I can stretch out just the way I like. But it turns out the Black Cat and his minions are quite territorial. Luckily, Miss Diona helped smooth things over, and they finally agreed to let me use one. But, I only get to use it after dark.
Oh, Diona stepped in! You know, underneath it all, she really does like helping people.
The more likely reason is because Durin won't touch a drop of alcohol. As far as Diona's concerned, that pretty much makes them two peas in a pod. It's a shame, really, considering everything Mondstadt has to offer in that regard.
Mondstadt's alcoholic drinks are a bit too much for me to handle right now. But maybe someday.
There's no need to force it. Who says you have to drink just because you're in Mondstadt?
Yeah, it's just... I'd really like to make some more friends. So I need to learn how humans
The
socialize.
bubba kept my
I
coat
guess
nice and
alcohol
warm.
is usually involved, though. But that's why I started learning how to play Genius Invocation TCG. It's also a kind of social activity, but it doesn't involve drinking. And I've been lucky enough to receive the guidance of the Prinzessin de Verurteilung herself.
Tai Lung?
Exactly!
Lord
What
have
is alcohol when you can make friends playing
have
card
mercy on me.
games? Speaking of which, need any tips from the master over here? You'll wipe the floor with that opponent of yours. Paimon guarantees it.
Unfortunately, with the luck he's having, not even that legendary
You're like,
card
please
master
just
from
play it.
Sumeru
It's
could turn
super
things
fun.
around at this
Kaya
point.
loves playing it.
That last roll wasn't great. But who knows? Maybe you'll have better luck next time?
He keeps getting the exact same roll over and over. This is the third time already. If there really is a god of fate, they could have cut this kid a bit of slack. Like, I don't know, make it possible for him to roll at least one other side of the dice?
I think I've lost.
Must even a dragonborn, sanctified by the power of benediction, succumb to fate's insidious snares? Don't be sad, Durin. You'll definitely win the next round. You can even borrow Todoko if you want. Mom says she brings good luck.
Thanks, Clee, but there's something more important I need to take care of now.
Oh, okay. So, the book's given us another hint, right?
Yep, and I think I've guessed where we're headed this time. Come on, follow me.
I kind of like that Durin and Wanderer are like buddy buddy. Wanderer like found a friend. You got a friend in me.
In what
Got
sort
a
of
friend
castle
in
might
me.
a storybook dragon dwell?
Time for betrayal number
The
4.
witch turned to a mighty dragon born upon the wind to seek her answer. From afar, she beheld a solitary castle, standing lonely beneath its wings, and wrote it into words. Its walls kept out the wind and rain, yet also cast a solemn shadow. Enveloped by their shade, the story's boughs were lulled into a torpid slumber and reached no further skyward.
So that's the clue. I think we're meant to find a place where dragons live, and this time, in the real world.
I wonder where
I
that could
asked
be.
around, and it just so happens that there's a place like that in Mondstadt.
Yep.
I've heard that the dragon here is called Dvalin, and that he's a magnificent creature. I hope I get the chance to meet him.
Do you think having the two of them meet is the best idea? You know, considering everything that happened in the past? How would we even explain everything to him? Well, if we do run into Dvalin, it should turn out okay with us there at least.
Is something wrong?
Nope. Let's go!
Nope.
So, this is where Dvalin lives?
Yeah,
That's very
right into the
different.
middle of a raging storm.
If you're afraid of getting blown away, Paimon, you can always hang onto my sleeve.
This isn't Paimon's first rodeo. Come on, let's get going!
The little dragon grew with each passing day, and the story witch, who loved him dearly, built him a big, beautiful castle. Yet in the end, she herself succumbed to time's merciless march, setting forth on a journey to a place beyond even the stars. All of a sudden, the little dragon found himself alone. He tried leaving the castle to make some new friends. But already, he had grown the claws and scales of an evil dragon, just as the prophecy had foretold.
Oh.
Afraid he might hurt someone, the gentle little dragon hid within the castle his mother had built, and came forth no more.
Looks like we're back in the story world. And from the sounds of it, this chapter must be about Simulanka, right?
Yeah,
So bringing back
like
a lot of
the
memories.
fairy from the Forest of Blessings, the king of Constellation Metropole, that cat lady who turns into a box.
Yep, that will be Nilu, Navia, and Kirara.
Oh, and there's Hat Guy, too. Only lately, whenever I see Hat Guy, I get this strange feeling.
What kind of feeling?
Hat guy.
It's like there's
So
something on
great.
his mind. He hasn't told me what it is, but I can sense it all the same.
He's a crush on you,
He's
Durin.
always been kind of broody.
I guess I should focus on fulfilling my mother's final wish for now, though.
Yeah, we should get started on this chapter. So, let's track you down and free you from fate's curse once again.
That day, a small band of adventurers suddenly arrived beneath the castle walls. They promised to help the little dragon cast off the curse of fate. Yet as they stood beneath the castle walls, it appeared they had no idea how to even begin.
Hey! Instead of making fun of us, how about giving us a hint?
The little dragon had shut himself inside the tall tower at the castle's center. Anyone who wished to reach him must traverse the barriers that wall off his heart.
Looks like we're in for another...
Let me try something.
Ooh, do you have an idea?
If that little dragon in the tower used to be me, then surely I'd know how he shuts people out better than anyone. Come on, follow me. That telescope. I've seen magical tools like that.
Magical building blocks from Sri Lanka.
Before. It should come in handy.
Whoa! That block just got bigger!
We can get past the obstacles ahead by using these blocks to jump upwards.
That's actually pretty cool. Oh. The squishy block.
Hey! Leave it to me! Watch out! The story has only just begun. Go! Wipe out!
This place is like a maze. How are we supposed to get through?
We'll just have to
That's
check
such a
each
battle.
spot.
Oh, what were they thinking? They didn't change it? Why not just change it to sit in one spot?
Leave it to me! Water jet!
That's what I needed, some robot clanker yapping.
We should be able to use this block somewhere.
Looks like this telescope is missing some blocks.
Oh.
Still not enough. Guess we'll have to keep searching.
Oh, I need to unsplice this block.
Should they continue towards the tower, or plunge into the shadows to rescue those in need? A difficult dilemma indeed.
The path to the tower is up ahead. We better stick with Durin.
Well, I see a precious chest up there, but
It's so dark. Wait, is a little pixie that can fly? Are you here to help the dragon break his curse too?
Oh, what's this? More brave adventurers bold enough
Squirrel
to set
Girl and
foot in
Giraffe
this
Lady will
castle?
be the next
Come,
additions to the
join
game when they
ranks
get
of your
transformed into
liege's
humans.
guard.
Nilu? No. I'm a flying squirrel fairy.
And I'm a giraffe king. Not this Navia you speak of.
I think it's the real them. We're like
That's
how
right.
Darren remembers them.
Oh, and don't forget Catbox Lady.
Are you friend or foe?
Friend! Definitely friend, Miss, Catbox Lady?
I'm getting a zit inside my
is
nostril,
a big
and
part
that
of
is
Durin's
not
story. So, guess it's no
ideal.
surprise the people we were with there would make an appearance.
Okay, I think I get it now. Flying Squirrel Fairy, Giraffe King, Catbox Lady, please follow me.
It lacks
The
idealness.
shadows cast from the high walls of the tower were manifestations of the dragon's loneliness. Barring the path of the group of brave creatures sought to aid the little dragon in lifting his curse, yet without light to lead the way. The group
These shadows are blocking our path.
If only we had more firelight.
Because I carry more than enough firelight for all of us. Besides, even though we're here to complete the story, who says it can't look a little different this time? Before I met you all, I was so sure I'd never make a single friend. I pushed away anyone who tried to get close, until some kind of miracle brought you to me. This time, allow me to return the favor.
I'm not sure I followed all that. But you want to help the little dragon break his curse too, right?
Yes, so please.
Come on, Durin!
Stay back. I don't want to hurt you.
Loneliness and fear had built a cage around his heart, shutting out all who would look upon him. And thus, all the adventurers could see was his shadow.
Don't worry, we can help you!
Don't come any closer.
And that was the last the little dragon spoke.
Oh, how are we supposed to persuade him if he won't even talk to us?
If you can still hear me, please listen to what I have to say. Your claws and scales aren't some kind of inescapable curse, you know? I'm sure you think I'm lying. After all, no matter how many times you've tried to break it, nothing's ever worked. But this time is different.
Hi, little dragon. I'm the
And I'm the giraffe.
I'm just a cat in a box.
These?
Yeah, they're your friends and they're reaching out, so you just have to.
After a long silence, Heavy footsteps echoed from though the cage to his heart had been unlocked, the little dragon remained ashamed of his claws and scales.
How can I face my friends like this?
Don't worry, little dragon. We're gonna offer up our blessings and make a wish to the goddess of fate to release. Yeah, just like last time.
Make a wish?
At that moment, the merry witch made her entrance.
Lord have mercy.
Hello, little one. Don't be afraid. With the blessings of your friends, your wish shall be granted.
Alice? Wait, you're the Merry Witch?
Correct. It is I, the Merry Witch, creator goddess of this realm. And it just so happens the goddess of fate is none other than my dear friend, the Story Witch. I'm here to make good on my promise to lend her my second strongest spell. With this spell, she'll have the power to create an entire world. So naturally, granting your wish won't be a problem. Provided, of course. But before we proceed, I must check something on her behalf.
I want to be your friend. So if you're offering, then yes, I would love to have your blessings.
Oh.
Were it not for the adventurers, yet in that moment, they did not know.
What? You didn't say a word when we actually needed a clue, but now at a critical moment like this...
Another trial. Huh, that actually sounds about right. Be it the fictional problems of Simulanka or unavoidable conflicts in the real world, if you think about it, that's what they've been all along. But if it wasn't for those trials,
You creature.
I never would have met any of you.
What
So,
the
despite
the
all that, I'd
puffball
still like
with
to
the
give
tail?
my blessings.
That's the spirit! Come on, Durin! And
Never
tell me to
gonna
make your wish
get them.
come true again!
On behalf of both my past and present selves, thank you, my friends.
Fortunately, a brave band of adventurers heard tell of the little dragon's story. Determined to lift his curse, they fought their way through countless trials. To help him, they offered up their blessings and made a wish to the goddess of fate.
How are you, Mark?
At last, their wish was granted. Shaking off his scales, the little dragon stepped out of the tower's gloom. But his time in the world beyond the castle would soon teach him this gift would bring blessings and trials of its own. And as far as the little dragon was concerned, the tricks of fate had just begun.
Just be what?
So, Durin's wish came true, just like...
If this story was written by my mother, then surely that was the last chapter
I
we
just
just
woke up.
completed.
My humanization protocol required me to have human
in other
interactions
words,
yesterday.
we finished it! Looks like that's a wrap on Alice's task.
Oh no.
And there's even some ink to spare. Guess we'll have to wait for her to make contact, like she said.
So, my mother's final story has finally come to a close.
Sounds like you're a little sad to see it end.
Back when I was still living in Simulanka, I was always under the illusion that my mother had never truly left. Every day I spent immersed in that world. It felt like she was right there by my side, still reading me bedtime stories.
Durin. That's right. And you've got so many other friends waiting for you back in Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, after all that flying around, Paimon's starting to feel hungry again. Now that you've fulfilled your...
It's just a pity we never got to see that big, beautiful dragon.
You were really looking forward to meeting him, huh? He might not be here all the time, but Paimon...
All right, no worries. Anyway, since the...
Nuh-uh. This one's on the...
Honestly, when it comes to who treats who, human rules are so complicated.
See? He wants to be friends with you, too.
They just don't see him over here?
But the moment hasn't come. At least, not yet. In any case, the story should have a better ending this time, don't you think?
They're like, man, Durin's not around. Except half of the fucking sky is taken up by a dragon over there in the corner. Yeah. Too bad we didn't get to meet Durin today. I mean, Dvalin.
The wind rises.
So, your adventure was a success, huh? Want to grab a drink to celebrate?
Absolutely not. No booze allowed. Mr. Honorary Knight, Durin, I want to hear all about your big adventure. We're gonna order a big meal for everybody first. We'll talk while we eat. Yippee!
Excuse me. Did I hear you call him Durin just now? But wasn't Durin the evil dragon that fell on Dragonspine?
Come on, miss. This Durin isn't that evil dragon from Dragonspine. Albedo said... well, it was
Imagine getting
confusing.
laughed at by
But
Chloe.
anyway, it's super cool. Oh, is this your
She's
first
like,
time
you fucking
meeting him,
idiot.
Marjorie? No wonder you're getting him confused.
Still, even if you hadn't met him yet,
Please,
shouldn't
like,
you have
encore.
heard about him at the very least? At this point, pretty much the whole city has.
WUWA people. Well, sorry, blasphemy. Encore is like Klee. Encore has a little more
why
like
is everyone...
mature.
So, what exactly is his connection with the evil dragon?
Wait, but those horns on his head. Surely he's not a...
Did everyone just forget about Durin?
No, that can't be.
The tricks of fate had just begun.
Watch out!
No one got hurt. Did they?
Durin! Durin!
Is Durin an evil dragon, the seemingly kind little harmless boy with dragon horns? Impossible. You must be confusing things.
I just had Barbara check him over. He's not badly hurt,
Is
but
Durin?
he seems to have burned through a lot of energy fending off some kind of dangerous power. He'll need some time to rest before he wakes up.
So, can someone explain what's going on here?
It seems like, aside from Durin's close acquaintances, the people of Mondstadt have forgotten everything
mother.
about him.
How could that even happen?
Worse still, the abyssal power within him is showing signs of extreme instability. Could be a separate issue, though.
I'm
not
wondering why
sure.
I'm freezing. It's because
If
my
the
mother
abyssal
turned
power
down the
inside
damn
him
AC
spirals
again.
out of control, Mondstadt will be in grave danger.
I completely agree.
All right then. As acting Grand Master, I'll send a letter requesting Albedo's immediate return. Until then, the Knights will watch over Durin.
That's pretty much all we can do right now.
Also, allow me to look after this book for now. If you need to consult it, just drop by my office.
Do you think the book might have something to do with what's happening? It's just weird that Alice still hasn't contacted us. Maybe we should head back inside the book and take another look.
Quit following me.
left for. Alright. Yes, I'm pulling for Shilonen, but I need to like farm up. Need to farm the map. My options are fortunately quite limited.
Squall Fury!
But like I have a ton of pulls laying around on the map, but I just haven't been really farming because I've been spending more of my streams on WUWA. It's like I could probably farm up enough to get her free to play. Or save for Columbina, but Shilonen as a support is like insanity. Yeah. Bro, this fucking song is kind of crazy. I don't understand what this thing even does. didn't even want to start this.
Too slow. You even want this?
Damn, crazy route.
Let's light it up!
The wind rises. You even want this? Quit following me. Too slow.
Truth repeats its course, wretched bastard! Teamwork is strength!
Behold! Too slow.
Human things to do? Uh-oh. That's not very human.
Upon the gale.
How much longer is this event doing? That was 1 day.
Too slow. Squall and Fury. The wind rises. Quit following me. Quit following me.
Have fun with this gift! Everybody stand!
Too slow. Too slow.
Strike a pose! Teamwork is strength! Time to shine! Truth repeats its course!
Wind rises. That's far enough. You dare to gaze upon me? Quit following me. Too slow.
There really only this many farmable instances?
You're dead!
Show him you praise! Too late for regrets! Going in! Let the world collide! Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift!
Behold! Unnecessary.
Alright.
Nothing worth mentioning. Search for it.
Let's light it up! Everybody stand back!
Upon the gale.
dearie. There's another one on top of me. Hello, dearie. Malastra. Nice. Thank you for the alert. Okay. Nice, there's a couple of fuckers. Bro, let me out of the motherfucking bird. Oh, thank you.
Falling into the abyss.
Shower me with praise. Let's light it up. Too late for regrets.
The wind rises. How amusing. The price for my sins.
This thing just letting out the fucking
Strike a pose. Time to shine. Teamwork is gears of the storm. You dare to mess with me? That's gonna hurt in the morning. Going in. Let my name echo in song. We'll see about that. Strike a pose. Too late for regrets. Let's light it up. Everybody stand. Let's light it up! Adventure time! Let's keeps its time to shine.
Squall and Fury. Search for it. Upon the gale.
Let's light it up! We'll see about that.
Behold! Cry louder!
Nice.
Unnecessary. The wind rises.
Everybody stand! Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song! Dare to mess with me? Have fun with this gift!
Squall and Fury.
Off we go! Teamwork is
The wind rises. Quit following me. Too slow. Squall and Fury.
Is there a charge attack buffer?
Quit following me.
Let's light it up! Strike a pop! Stop that! Everybody stand back! Truth repeats its course. Time to shine!
The wind rises. Falling into the abyss.
Why do they never miss? Yoo-hoo! Teamwork is dreamwork! Adventure!
Quit following me. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather
Well,
pathetic
there's
to
always
force a
fucking
conversation
tension.
just to occupy silence.
I'll probably play right now. Switch now. shit.
Too slow.
Little Shallonen summon. Failure.
You think I've got a sharp tongue?
Alright. Wow. Been more time than I expected, but try and get that motherfucking try to get. Oh, I only have one more day to enhance that bow with less resources. I'm not done yet, but
Leave it to me.
I will be there for everyone.
Understood. Understood. I am here to serve your will.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
farm this up.
Leave it to me.
Loading. I engraft you new.
One more time. One with the sounds.
Sprout of budding seeds!
God, you're so fucking annoying! Why do you have to fly around like this?
Vitality sour! Let's have fun! Struggle harder! Entertain me!
Making this character fling-flang around the frackin' map is so...
Shadow descends. One with the sounds. None shall whisper. Checkmate.
Leave it to me. The feeling of pain. Loading.
One with the sounds.
Loading. Physical damage.
Stemming! Don't run! Keep the dance going!
Done with that. I need to spend the rest of my wave plates on like echo experience, right? What's the big throttle? I can stack up right now. Anybody know what like the not the throttle, the bottleneck for resources is? The bottleneck. Echo XP and tuners. Okay. So I'd want to farm these things, assumably. Is that like the general consensus? Is that like echo stuff is true bottleneck? I kind of want to stack the hell up on that stuff. Just to get ahead while I don't need it, you know what I'm saying?
shall wish for. Leave it to me. Be gone.
Bloom from ashen shell!
Ah, the turtle's superpower is dodging my attacks.
It's getting fun. Vitality sour! The lovely smell of all my prey.
Well, that. She really, like, makes that quite easy. I mean, 559 is pretty nice, isn't it? Havoc damage bonus and attack. I like that.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Resonance skill damage bonus. Heavy attack damage bonus. No! Ugly. And boss weekly mats. Is that what the Forte mats are? You can only do 3 bosses in general, or 3... So it's not like Genshin where I can claim all of them, all of the weekly bosses, but 3 of them are half off or whatever. Forte skill upgrade equals need specific weapon mats, boss mats. Only redeem 3 weekly boss mats. So every week I have to choose from 3 out of the list to redeem. All that quality of life, that seems pretty bucky. What the hell did I just spawn into? Well, it's just a weird thing to choose to control when Genshin set the precedent. Like, if, okay, I'm not saying that they have to copy Genshin, but if you set a precedent and then another game comes after, you should be like, oh, well, the kind of like status quo minimum standard is you can redeem all the weeklies if you want to spend your juice there. So you meet that and then you improve upon. Genshin says the first 3 are half off and you can redeem all of them. And you release a game that in competition, in the same genre in competition, and you go, let's go backwards on this specific mechanic. That just sounds weird to me. I don't know. Because they add so many quality of life that is an improvement in comparison to Genshin. And then they do that. I don't know. Just... But, I mean, I get it. Well, no. I mean, Genshin started doing that in, like, Inazuma, didn't they? I mean, I doubt they did that when it was only Dvalin and the Earth Dragon and the Wolf. But that was the case even when, like, Raiden was a weekly boss. Or, like, when she was, like, the most recent weekly. ZZZ does it for specific bosses per banner. Wait. Okay, you can do the 3... You're confusing me. You can do the 3 redeems and then use juice for more. Is that... Is that ZZZ or is that Wuthering Waves? And is it juice as in Astrite or juice as in juice? Half lurking. Wuwa has some things like this because they have to limit progression in some ways. Yeah. But like, this is already a pretty big progression limiter. And then, like, I get that concept, absolutely. In a game like this, you need to have some kind of limiters. That way, like, your especially big spenders aren't just hitting the end and a min-max wall and then have literally nothing to do. You make them, eventually they'll get there, but you find ways to make them take more time to do so. The problem being is, for the layman, you're bottlenecking something that has precedent. 2.5 exploration will give you some boss minutes. Okay. Ready to kill for it. Maybe when they make more weeklies, they'll unlock. But like the bottleneck also, like, okay, so same idea though. In Genshin, that bottleneck with the weeklies is they're more expensive to redeem. So even after the 3 like half off ones, you're still deciding to use this resource for it, which is super important in Genshin because it's artifact farm, which is echoes in that game, and boss map farm for character levels, character XP book farm, in some cases money farm if you run out of money. It's like that resource is used for so many things that it's like you can't really, I'm not really gonna be like, okay, let me go fight Dvalin this week every week, because I've already fought him so many times that I don't need it, but I could still appropriate that juice. In WUWA, each boss has 1 mat, so it feels better. Oh, okay. Actually, okay. That's actually, that brings it backwards. Alright, I'm back on board. The bitching is reversing. Because Genshin has 3 that could drop. And you could go weeks on your weeklies without getting the one. But in Genshin you can transmog one into the other if you don't get it. You have to be level 90 to get 3 of them at level 60, 70 you only get 1 drop. I mean, that's fine. For most of Genshin, you get pretty limited, and then as you get further in, you get a more abundance. Each mat is 1 level as well. So it doesn't go like you level up the first time it's 1, you level up the second time it costs 2, and then 2, and then it's like it's not like 1, 2, 2, 3 like that. It's just 1, 1, 1, 1 in respect to 4 levels. WUWA character building is by far the fastest between the big games, but we feel the weekly mat limit is very bad for new players. $26 total of a boss mat. So basically to level a full skill tree, you need 26 total of a boss mat. I'm falling back off board. Can you redeem the same one 3 times? Oh, 26 total, but you can get more than 1. I forgot. I was gonna say it takes 26 weeks to fucking level up 1 full character. Or to max out. But you don't need to max out the skill tree. Yeah. Is that copyrighted? Am I gonna get fucked? Basically a week you can get 9 mats total, but then imagine trying to level up 3 characters and then endgame wants 4 teams. Sorry, call the police. I don't need any more run-ins with those fuckers. I'm done with the feds. I was gonna keep playing. Why does time have to be so annoying? Time's a bitch, bro. You have a limited amount of time to do shit. I'm talking about in real life, not in this game.
It's bound to be a hefty sum.
Awesome. Once we have
And you continue to age.
meal at a restaurant. I'm actually starving now. Not even joking.
Some lame shit. I need to turn this stuff down. Wait, let me out. I can't get. Oh. Alright, you didn't have to get out so vigorously. I'm gonna need you to go to the bank and meet Best Girl. I'm gonna need you to allow me to stall. Is that my queen? Or is that... What the fuck is going on there? Sonan's casket? Where? This thing? Withdraw funds.
We've been expecting.
Durin?
Welcome to Averato Bank, sir.
Hi, I'm Durin.
I'm Zani, a staff member here. The Montelli family ordered me to welcome you and assist with accessing your fund.
Staff member here.
May
Crazy.
I ask where your companion is?
I need to get new earrings, bro. Where's my phone? That gave me, her earring gave me inspiration. I kind of want a key, like a dangling key in my ear.
Understood.
Like not that big, like a real small one.
Your fund is
Like one of those little
Please
ornate
follow me.
keys.
You may present your terminal.
What's up, Zani?
I believe this is your first time using
These
our
freaky ass arms.
As the Montelli family's esteemed guest, we're upgrading your account to gold membership. Mercurio here.
I bet
will
some
sort out your subscription.
degenerates have
He's
some
about
crazy
as
ideas
lively
with these
as a
hands.
machine, so give him a moment.
Not me though.
Yes, all echoes here belong to the Montelli family. Mercurio is designed to provide self-service banking. The Montellis also put me in charge as your bodyguard and tour guide for Raguna. If you want to see the city before the Carnival, I can arrange a travel itinerary. Perhaps a thundering Memphis type of outing may suit you, hmm?
Goat is on screen.
It's a popular choice for visiting all the tourist attractions quickly, though I wouldn't
Bah!
bother with it personally.
Literally, she's a goat. I didn't know she was a goat with these damn
This
horns.
assignment was very last minute. I apologize if I'm not familiar with your personal travel preferences. Please excuse any oversight on my part.
I don't need to be so formal.
Understood. I'm here to assist if you change.
Dilly_2K just gifted 1 subs.
Is there anything else you need?
Jelly, thank you for the 1 subs. For my wife.
Yes.
Thank you,
The
brother.
nearest
Thank
one
you,
is
thank you for the
Trattoria
gifted
Margherita.
sub.
I personally recommend Pizza Tropicale. Would you like to dine there?
I'm so excited for Zanny. You freaking donated a sub? Hell yeah.
Sorry, I have some work to handle. Please excuse me for a moment. The last lots for the auction have arrived and will be escorted back by designated echoes. Make sure you
What's up, Demon Gear? I guess the sub is now mine. Welcome back, Demon Gear. Look at that.
They're foreign curiosities and
Demon Gear back in the building.
don't screw it up. All the details are in the memo. Okay, I'll leave it to you.
How you been, man?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll take you to the restaurant now.
I've been pretty good.
Yes, thank you for asking. The bank is short-staffed due to secondments, so I'm handling a few extra things.
Secondments.
Normally, I wouldn't take on extra assignments, but my manager promised some paid days off, and the Montellis can be very generous.
Wuwwa. Yeah, I just got into it.
Sorry, too much. I'll do my best to meet your needs.
Enough Genshin viewers were like, woo-wah this, woo-wah that, and then it won player's choice, and I was like, fuck it, let's play.
Don't worry about me. I can handle myself without involving the Montellis. I'm not one for formalities, so let's keep it relaxed.
If that's what you want. Thank you. All that formality was starting to feel like exercise. Let's go get something to eat, shall we?
Is Zanny gonna try and get this? What's DNA? Never Genshin? Well, you're missing out on a killer soundtrack and pretty great combat. Although if you Genshin second, you might not like the combat. I think the like reaction based team combination. Alright, not a dog on the combat. I love the combat and I love the like the team building and stuff.
Welcome to Trattoria Margherita.
But it's not like as challenging. Well, they've really stepped up. The weekly bosses that are more modern now are way harder than the past.
Not really. Still on duty.
Like the power creep on weeklies and even just like boss farm or boss mat, like character map boss fights.
Is that so? You seem alright considering. So what will it be today? The adios work days? Or the thank goodness it's the holiday platter?
Honestly, everything. I'm thinking like even like the new Nod Cry enemies are pretty strong. And like
the last one.
Deadly.
And this gentleman here, a visitor from afar. It's a pleasure. I see. You certainly have the air of someone who matters.
Here, look at this. You can order anything you like. The Montellis are getting the bill.
Right away.
No offense, but you sure you can eat all that by yourself? Huh?
I'm not by myself.
Take a seat. Your meals will be ready soon.
Funny, that's something Paimon would do. Genshin has never really interested you? Each their own. I think something that is I don't know, I guess it's just something that I think is a really great concept that this game is missing is just that, like, combination of like water and lightning or lightning and fire, like the different outcomes you can get with different team comps. And they just did really well with that.
What's that smell? It's so good.
And their soundtrack is fire, and their story is really well made.
Right?
But they could do for a little updating.
Zani, nice to meet you. Did not expect to see an echo residing in a resonating body. Interesting.
Yeah, I get it. Even someone from the land of echoes finds it surprising. Have you ever seen echoes like Abby?
Can't say I have.
Where Winsmeet might be the best middle ground, boss fights are Souls-like, especially on Legend difficulty. Yeah, I played it. Hello, Zinni. Welcome to the stream.
This is so good.
Only as of recent did my brother convince me to play WUWA, so that's kind of been my only game. I gotcha. Well, good game.
All right, let's dig in.
My problem with Where Winds Meet is
You will enjoy the food, of course. We Ragunesi take pride in
everything about it.
traditions. For instance, never overcook seafood, or you'll ruin its natural taste. Always serve freshwater fish before sea fish, or its tender flavor will be masked.
Arknights Enfield. I wonder if we've looked at that. Is this the one where they use like she uses the fucking book? No. We watched some trailer for one coming up. And one of the characters like abilities was a stack of books, and I was like, this is dumb. Yeah, I myself don't really keep up too much with like the gacha scene. Genshin, pretty heavy time investment.
I'd start with this appetizer. It complements the main course.
Warframe still holds a
Hearty,
special
but
place
not
in your
too
heart.
heavy.
Yeah,
Perfect
good
for
old
those burning
Warframe.
the midnight oil.
What was that other game that came out that's kind of like Warframe? That I was just playing recently. With the bunny girl? Ah, yeah, the first Descendant.
As we say, if you can't appreciate good wine, you don't deserve good water. Now try the nectar wine from Egla Town. It's aged in oak barrels from the Phagasia Peninsula, known as the Harvest Spirit, or
Duet Night Abyss equals Warframe anime.
exceptional flavor. To you, guests from afar. And my vacation that never seems to come.
Hello, Zanny. What are these boobs?
beats a good meal.
Probably the Montelli's Echo Show. They've been rehearsing for days, getting ready to perform it for the Sentinel at Carnival. Intrigued, are we? The formal event will be even more spectacular.
Characters and weapons are free. Gotcha is only skins. Oh wow.
Watch out!
I gotta turn on voice volume.
The other one's gotten loose. Hey, it's getting away! After it!
Are you all right?
Playing it just made you be like, oh wait. But Warframe. Damn it. Is that flower or not? Oh, it's that chick that... This chick. Oh, yeah. For some reason I was getting her conflated with her, but...
Crimson Blossom! He's dancing!
Are you okay?
2,000 hours? That's crazy work.
The Vitrium dancer suddenly lost control. Luckily, no one got hurt.
I play a little Warframe. It didn't stick for me. What's cheating? The F?
The frequency vibration I sensed felt a lot like empathy.
Empathy?
Well, maybe telepathy? Not sure. It's hard to explain.
Telepathy? Yes. According to legend, the Sentinel speaks directly into the mind of the Laureate. Could that be what happened?
Oh, looking at the character in the gallery. Well, I was.
So the Imperator is the Sentinel.
I knew those flowers, and we've already seen her before.
Plus, it's
She
that it
shows
needs
up
your
at like
help.
1.0,
Sentinels shouldn't need to
the
ask
very
for
beginning of the
help,
game.
you say? Something's not
But for
adding
some
up.
reason, I was thinking that flower had to do with other crazy red girl with flowers, so that's why I was like, what's the deal with that?
The Sentinel has countless ways to send a message, and through the Order is apparently the most convenient one. But why did they go through all the trouble?
If you do get into it, it has you stuck.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe calling for help was the only option.
Have you spent any money on it? My problem with games designed like that is is being like, yeah, you can farm it up.
The Sentinel here be in a situation
But the
similar
psychological
to Julian's?
warfare of all that time spent farming for it versus, yeah, but if I spend 30
Seems like
bucks,
the locals haven't laid eyes on their Sentinel.
feels like
Everything
even
feels
more
off.
predatory than gotchas.
That Echo might be our only lead right now.
Because, like, the barrier to finishing is just so high.
As far as I know, the Montelli
Which I don't
family
even
has
think
the
gotchas are that
monopoly of
predatory.
reserved terminals and echoes.
They're basically just setting a very expensive price and being like,
Echoes, and don't know much about the reserved ones. The Montellis spotted the chance and started
here's really
researching
low
the
odds of
reserved
getting it early.
terminals.
Well, I
They
think
pushed to bring back the
part of the
Carnival so
predatory
they could
thought
showcase
process
their
with
reserved
gotchas is
terminals,
unfortunately
prove the quality
more
of their echoes,
weighted
and attract
towards
both customers and investors.
like societal pressure, like FOMO.
Just a minute.
But like the community
Yes,
creates the
Mr.
FOMO more than the
An
game
echo was-
creates the FOMO. If that makes sense.
I
Gotchas
see.
are really predatory FOMO farming you to the
Sorry to
max,
keep
and
you
characters
waiting.
cost like
That
60
was Mr.
USD, a
Alberto
price
from
of a
the
retail
Montelli
game.
family. Also my employer.
Yeah, see, I don't think gotchas are predatory because most of them, at least the two examples that I know of, which is the two most mainstream, which is WUWA Genshin, provide a lot of the resources on the map. Like if they didn't give you any of the juice to farm on the map, then I would agree. But they give you a lot of resources to farm on the map. And then you as a non-greedy human needs to then decide if you don't want to spend any money on the game. These are the characters I'm going to save for. You got a little like Genshin, for example. A lot of people are excited about Columbina, have been for months. A lot of people are saving for her. Now that being said, they want you to spend money, of course, so they're not just gonna give you unlimited juice. But that's kind of the point I'm making with, like, I think that the community kind of makes more FOMO because when I first started playing Genshin again, like a month ago, because I had taken like a 2-year hiatus, came back to play it again, a lot of the chatters in my chat were like, you don't have Nefer? You don't have the purple guy? What are you doing without fighting with Mavica or Nuvalette? Like those four characters that are top of the meta, people were being like, why are you using said character that is not as power crept as other character? Like, if you were watching my Genshin, I'm using like Sino, Ayato, Alhaitham is outclassed technically now, I guess. I don't actually know about Alhaitham. And Wander, which are all outclassed, or 3 out of 4 would all be outclassed characters in that game. But like, the community itself was then making doing that thing where like, why aren't you using Nefer? Why would you use Yoimiya instead of Mavica? Yoimiya is a trash pyro in comparison. It's like, yeah, but Yoimiya gets the job done and I like her. Maybe she doesn't hit 1 mil on damage, but she's getting the challenges done. And she's cool. But like, the game itself is just presenting a new and cool character, which is what their job is. Their job is to sell you the character. I quit Genshin because I lost every 50-50 known to man and got bored of playing Diluc. I felt overwhelming FOMO to pay for a new toy. But then there's also... So, like, I have few hundreds of hours in Genshin. And then... So, like, the current $60 retail game market... I'm not like... disagreeing with your feeling of FOMO. The current $60 retail market is like Call of Duty comes out, you spend half a year playing it if you consistently play it, and then another Call of Duty comes out. But you're probably not consistently playing it unless you're just one of those Madden COD heads where all you play is Madden, all you play is COD. And this game is out, and Genshin, for example, I think I myself have paid about 300 in total across the last 4 or 5 years, maybe more. But the hundreds and hundreds of hours I've gotten out of it, you think like the price value of the entertainment you're getting out of a free product is worth the investment responsibly. So if it costs 60 for a new character, and that character is actually going to spice up the gameplay, make it more fun, all that kind of thing, and then also the time spent to farm up for that character, and then using that character in rotation, using that character in challenges, all that kind of thing. A lot of people fork over hundreds of dollars for skins in Fortnite, which do literally nothing. We're forking over typically max 100 for a entirely new system, aka a new character, right? But then there's also all that free farm. Like, you can't free farm skins in Fortnite or COD. So I'm just kind of thinking like this was my justification in Smite. I have 2,500 hours in Smite, and I probably spent like $500 to $800 on that game. And I think that's a completely justified amount of money. Because even if you value your time spent on a game at $1 an hour, I'm exponentially above that. And in order for this game, WUWA, to continue to give me new characters, new map, new enemies, more visuals, more story, they need us to spend money, right? You can see what you mean by that, but you are justifying it a bit by calculating it in retrospect. What if you buy a pack or two and you stop playing? We kind of have to pay it forward and pray. You're paying it backwards, is what I'm saying. I wouldn't suggest getting on a game and auto purchasing packs. I think that's irresponsible, personally. What I'm saying is you're paying a free game backwards. I believed after the week that I've played in WUWA, I said, I really like this game. I think it's worth it to get the battle pass and the $5 month thing. So I spent 15 bucks. I've already gotten a week of entertainment out of it. You know, 15 bucks for a week of entertainment and what I believe to be future entertainment. And also none of it, if there wasn't a 50-50, hi Torin, how are you? If there wasn't a 50-50 and then a guarantee after, I would say it's absolutely FOMO predatory. But because there is a wall for the gamba that you're doing, you're basically, they say, hey, this is how much we value this character at. This is the max value you're going to invest. If you get ultra super giga unlucky. Realistically, none of the characters end up costing, like in Genshin, I think it's like 470 bucks as the ultimate price. In most scenarios, that character is not going to cost that. But then it's you as the consumer needs to decide, is that worth it to me? And some people do decide that. But every single business in this world is designed to get you to buy their product. From Coke, having ads. I mean, our streamers literally have like Red Bull coolers sitting in their background, or you watch a Drewski video and he's like, man, I need a monster. That's an ad. That's an ad. If I am going like, oh man, my lips are chapped. Ah, my lips feel so great. I'm psychologically giving you guys an ad right now. All companies are designed for that. So it's the job of the consumer to constantly be on guard. You see a Mercedes in the Avengers movie or whatever cars they were using. If you notice, every single car in example given Avengers movie was from one company, because they said, hey, we want to put our car in your movie. We'll pay you to only drive our cars. So Genshin jumping in, and then like they didn't have to. I was talking about this like a few weeks ago. Genshin did not have to add the for a year consolation gift, the regional banner, and then the pink pull, which is like you should have lost the 50-50, but we gave you a third version of the pity, which is like basically if you lose the 50-50 too many times in Genshin, you now get a pink pull after a certain amount of times, like an increased chance every time you lose, to then be like, hey, this is pink because you would have lost the 50-50, but we said, nah, you get the character that you would have lost to. Or you get Zanny. I lost the 50-50 to Camellia, I lost the 50-50 to Cartethia, and now I'm pulling on Zanny, and oh man, it says I would have lost the 50-50 on Zanny, but the game's giving me Zanny anyway. Monthly is usually a good value, sometimes even the battle pass, but I still find the price of pulls really expensive. No, it is very expensive. If you lose every 50-50 and go hard pity, it can take around 1,000 USD to C6 character in Genshin. Okay, hot take, you don't need to go past C0 on anything. I don't think that's that hot of a take, though. Yeah. Wait, $1,000 at worst for C6? I must be reading their thing wrong, because on the banner it states that like the Shilonen banner, it states that the odds of getting, or the ultimate cost of getting this character is like $470. Did you mean to say 10,000? Unless I'm reading that $400 wrong. Was it 400? Is it 200? Am I going out of my mind with the 400? What's the max cost of one 5-star in Genshin? Okay, yeah, it's... Oh, wait. Maximum cost for a single guaranteed when buying Genesis crystals around $475, requiring up to 180 pulls for 14,000 or 14,000 Prima gems to hit hard pity and secure the featured character after losing the 50-50. 14,000 does not come out to 180 pulls. Wait, does it? 100 pulls would be 16,000. It would be more like 20,000. Yeah. I'm doing pretty good, Torin. We're just kind of talking systems. 180 pulls is 28,000-ish. Yeah. The third pity thing sounds amazing. I think unfortunate to be on a 5-streak loss in WUWA. Yeah, that sucks ass. But I do agree that the price of pulls are very expensive, and I don't think that... I think we have an established system where they said, hey, our shit is expensive as fuck. And then people were just like, okay. Whereas if everyone stopped paying, they would lower the price. That's also the thing. This is something that everyone needs to understand, and nobody usually understands. The consumer has absolutely all of the power. It's not immediate power, but it is power eventually. If every single, and I know this is never, like, this is just the idea. This is not gonna happen in execution. If everybody stopped paying for wishes, they would lower the price on wishes. But because they said, they went, ooh, $500 for a copy. Are you gonna do it? And then enough people did it where they said, hey, look at how much fucking money we're making. There's enough people doing it that are more than paying for the true free-to-players. Then they're gonna keep it at that price. People that buys every character just to have them. Yeah, the people that spend $10,000 on a new banner. The people that C6 R5 every character. Those people are more than paying for, I don't know, like 100 free-to-players. And those people exist. There are $100,000 accounts on WUWA and on Genshin. Like, it's just... The thing is if the consumer were to stop, were to veto, were to truly be like, nah, you're not doing this to us anymore, then they would lower the price immediately. They are at way over profit margins. Same thing in a good example would be in a restaurant. In a restaurant, I think it costs maybe like 5 cents to prepare a Coke. How much is a cup of soda at a restaurant overhead? A cup of fountain soda at a restaurant has a very low direct cost, around 25 to 30 cents if you include cup lid, straw, and ice. But then, like, say for a restaurant, you're not really worrying about the cup. Cup eventually gets paid for itself and then creates profit. In most restaurants nowadays, if you say, I want a Coke, it's going to be about $5. In some restaurants, you order a spaghetti meatball. The overhead cost of that spaghetti meatball, even with, like, human labor, is, I don't know, probably going to be like $8, and you pay $25 for it. I mean, like, so ultimately, like, the profit margins for a lot of these things is, like, wicked. And it's up to the consumer to guard yourself and to be like, wait a minute, this price is insane. But fortunately, there are people with so much expendable income that they more than pay for the people that can't afford the cost of Zanny. So but end of the day, I am completely on board with characters costing way too much. I also think that the community creates more FOMO than the game does. We heart Zanny. Zanny is queen. I think Reddit, YouTube posting, Twitter tweets, all this shit. Like, oh, I got the new character. You don't have the new character yet? I got the new character. This character's so great. It makes the game so much more fun. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Look at what all these things that this character can do. And that would be a pretty good case for streamer luck. Especially because my account is linked. So, there is no proof that streamer luck exists, but for them to be like, if they had, it'd be pretty smart for them to have a system in there to go, hey, this guy is live streaming, linked on Twitch, whatever. There's people watching him. Obviously, I'm not like some massive streamer, but even enough. I got 20,000 views on the clip of me double pulling Fiorina. So there'd be a pretty good case for that because it's incentivized for the company to see, oh, this guy's streaming for people. We want those people to witness a double 5 pull. Because that makes you guys want to pull. It's all psychological warfare. Now, if that's real or not, I have no clue. Couldn't confirm that. I'm not one of those people that makes those decisions. Pretty sure rigging pulls are illegal in some places, so they wouldn't try that. Yeah, I bet. I mean, I don't know about America. There's not enough internet, online consumer laws here, but I imagine
He
that.
extends a sincere apology for what just happened. They too are at a loss to explain what caused the accident.
I low-key just get characters I like. I don't super worry about damage stuff anymore. Yeah. I mean, damage just becomes arbitrary after a certain point. I heard in Asia you can't even nerf limited characters, so the character that comes out, you can't like be like, oh wait, they're too strong, and like bring them down a little bit. I mean, that makes sense to me though. That makes so much sense because a product I paid for is now no longer powerful because the game designers just changed the product. Because if you think about it, Zanny is a product. It is, as you said, Gabor, it is a new toy that I am paying for. So why would I be okay with that new toy getting reduced in value, in perceived value of the damage she does? It would be kind of like, oh, this mouse is, I don't know how to even give an example for it, but I think we all it makes sense. But yeah, honestly, even like the weapon thing isn't even, I don't think anything on there is a scam. It's just a super high price point, and it's up to all of us to decide. If you have a lot of money, then spend that money however you want, right? If you're on a super limited budget, and all you can do is the $5, then that's just all you can do. And so then you need to decide on the characters that you want. I, for one, am skipping the cowgirl in Genshin because I'm not gonna drop $100 minimum to try and guarantee that I get Shilonen and cowgirl, Veresa. I'm trying to get Shilonen. I would also like to get Columbina when she comes out, and that other chick, but I don't want to just drop all that money on all 4 of those characters. So I literally went through them and I was like, oh, I really like this character. I love this character's design. Oh, meeting this character in the game, I like their personality and their design. Okay, I want this one. So like worthlessly, I'm guaranteed pulling on him and I'd pay money for it. if I don't have enough pulls for them. But aside from that, there are characters that some people would be like, oh my gosh, she's so meta, you have to get her. And I'll be like, I don't care. Because I'm not obsessed with owning everything in the game. I'm over here concerned about EOS years from now. What's EOS? All the time and maybe money spent and it's gone. Drop 100? No, hell no. End of service? What, like the game ending? Like them shutting down? Well, hopefully, hopefully laws will be put in place. That's literally what, there's this, there's an initiative or something that was like, it was pretty dramatic over the summer because Pirate Software like almost single-handedly killed it because with misinformation or just pure lies. But it's something like Stop Killing Games or something, Stop Killing Games initiative, and it's happening in the EU. I think they gained traction back because some other people spoke up and fixed it and said this Pirate Software guy's a fucking dumbass. But the Stop Killing Games initiative is basically trying to introduce laws that stops a game company from basically relinquishing a game from existing, i.e. The Crew. They could not continue, Ubisoft could not continue to support The Crew as a live service game, so then they took it off and nobody was capable of playing it ever. And what Stop Killing Games is trying to do is be like, okay, if you shut down your game, allow us to get the code so that people can make private servers, so that modders can then adapt that game into being like a community thing. The product that we paid for that just gets deleted. And so hopefully that kind of stuff continues to gain traction and we can get some laws in there for that. Like consumer protection is what that is. If I pay for Zanny and then you just eventually go, oh, okay, we're not making money on WUWA anymore, it's actually bleeding money, so we're just going to shut down the game. And so your money invested in getting X amount of characters or whatever is now just deleted money. Does Genshin have distinct playstyles between the characters? Is it possible to select a character based on its moveset? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, Nouvelette would be a good example. There's some characters that have a little bit of overlap with each other. Like, with, like, kind of mimicked design. Just, like, in a different element, and it's a bit different. And their execution would be different. So, like, Alhaitham and Catching. But like Nouvelette's a good example. You do this thing, you do this other thing, and then you just literally hold left click and it does a just big hydro pump. Imagine giant tube of water blasting the fuck out of the enemy. And you just sit there and you hold it. But that idea would be something, or Yoimiya, actually Ganyu would be another good example. She's a bow character, but with her, all of her damage comes out of charged attacks. So you would draw the bow, hold it, and then you release, and like all of her damage is coming out of that release. But it's a lot slower of a playstyle because that charged attack takes a little bit. Whereas some characters are like dashing around and pressing E and then jumping and blah blah blah, all this stuff. Yeah, Kinich, he does all this like super crazy weird grappling hook stuff. So like there's some characters that do have like distinct enough, and then you could be turned off by the moveset. Yeah, some characters are like quick nuke characters, and then some characters are a lot more setup. Xiao with the plunges. Yeah, Xiao. Most of Xiao's damage is literally just plunged attack, or not, all of his damage. So his entire shtick is to jump up in the air and then plunge attack. And it's a cool shtick because plunge attack is not very easy to do in Genshin like it is in WUWA. Like you could plunge attack auto fire on WUWA. With Genshin, you can't really, like, plunge attack is not like an innate thing like it is in WUWA. So yeah, there's a character for everyone, I guess to say. Jianyun does allow you to with any character. Yeah, so there's a support character that got introduced that does allow plunge attacks with every character, but you have to have that character to then allow plunge attacks with every character. So if you're not playing, if you want to be a plunge player, you'd have to either have Jianyun or have, like, what, Gaming, Veresa, and Xiao are really the only ones that can truly plunge on command. I mean, I guess Kazuha with his E, it counts as plunge. I think, like, the sword hit damage, not just the E damage. And then there's, like, enablers, like, technically Zhongli's Dong. You climb his Dong and then you can plunge off of it. But yeah, you can't just, in Genshin, you can't just hit space and plunge auto. Teleporters as well. Yeah, so there's some enablers of plunge attacks, but, like, very limited. Yeah, so if that intrigued you, especially if you're from the EU, I mean, we can't sign it. I can't sign it because I'm from NA. But I don't know if they're still taking signatures, but if that intrigued you, go look up Stop Killing Games. I would recommend listening to the actual creator's YouTube video on his explanation of what it is before, so you can actually understand it. But if that goes through, that is a massive win for consumer rights in video game world. Because really, as it stands right now, they could just turn off WUWA and it is over. All the money you spent on WUWA is gone. All the battle pass money, all of this and that, it's gone. The 300, 400 I spent on Genshin, that's gone. Because it is up to the company to release the code, like the game's script, all of this stuff that make the game, to the modern world and to the community to then create the game as like a private possibility. Greatsword characters also specifically have a tech called Dragon Striking. Oh, that's cool.
He told me that the Montelli family would investigate further. Please rest assured. No. After all, such an incident only hinders their promotion of reserve terminals. They have no reason to rejoice over it.
Yeah. So I think while I agree completely that everything in this game costs way too much, and everything in Genshin costs way too much, it is also up to me to discern where my money has value. The same thing, like my job at my restaurant as a server, you may not recognize it when you're sitting down at a table, but the server's job is to try and get you to get the appetizer. I want you to buy an appetizer. I want you to get yourself a cocktail or to get dessert at the end. I encourage it because the in check means a higher percentage. If I sell you a Coke for $5, that means if you tip, or if you're tipping properly, that means I then make $1 off of that Coke. So my incentive there is to, it sounds worse than it is because it's really not that bad. I don't know if it sounds that bad anyway. But my incentive is to come up and greet the table and not bring out water and not bring out bread. I come up, I introduce myself. Hello, my name is Abel. I'll be taking care of you today. How are you doing? Oh, great. That's good to hear. So how do you want to start? I can bring some waters out. Would you guys like anything to drink? Say something like that. Or I just go, can we get started with some drinks? What would you like to drink? It's now up to you to tell me I just want water. If you want the Coke, boom. I got Coke products. I got ginger ale, root beer. Sometimes root beer sells because I say it and be like, oh, I haven't had root beer in a while. We got sweet tea, Coke products, root beer, ginger ale, Dr. Pepper. If you don't want to spend money on a drink, say water, obviously. But when I got 10 people sitting down and they all order a fucking Coke, that's $50 automatically on your tab. That's $10 in my pocket. If you're tipping properly. What happens if a guest tips 1 penny? I say, hello, ma'am. I think you want this penny more than I do, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cancel out that tip. You have a nice day. And then I walk away. Ain't no way in hell I accept a 1 penny tip. You know how messed up that is? I'm gonna say some petty ass shit and I'm gonna never see you again, hopefully. Being a server and a salesman at the same time sounds rough. It's rough, but I mean, the incentive is I make more money. Aren't they like not even making pennies anymore? What if that's all they have? That's why I say I think you need this more than I do. The fuck? I mean, let's be responsible here. You shouldn't be going out to dinner if all you have left over is a penny. Because you should be, as a responsible citizen, thinking about other humans around you. You should be absolutely accounting for the in check and the tip at the end. In American culture. Every single person that goes out to sit at a restaurant, if you are balling on a budget, and there's no shame in that at all. If you are balling on a budget, you should absolutely be accounting in that budget for the tip. And if you're like, I know I'm going to spend $100 today. 18% is $18. 20%, which is standard, is $20. So, but my budget is $120. So if I get a Coke, then I'd have to tip them $15. Don't get the Coke. Obviously, I'm biased as a server, but you need to account for, because that's what American culture is. American culture is the person sitting at the table is paying for my wages. So if I wait on you for an hour and a half and I get your little Parmesan cheese and I get your refill of your water and I get your refill of that sweet tea and I get you your salt and pepper and oh, you didn't like the way the salmon was cooked? Let me go ask them to cook it up some more. Okay, I'll be right back. And then I'm doing that for 4 tables at a time. Oh, that table's ready for their check. You want to order dessert. This table just sat down. And you over here want a refill of your water for the 4th time? Okay, let me make sure I handle all of that in the proper order so that you're all still happy. Your job now is to account for the tip. What if the guest tips you $100, but it's actually one of those fake cards with a Bible quote or QAnon stuff on it? That'd be pretty frustrating. Tipping culture is a lot different here. Honestly, unsure which one is more ethical. Where's here? Well, as far as I know, in like say the EU or France or whatever, like we'll just use France as an example. They get paid normal wages, so you don't have to tip. If you tip, that's great. Sometimes I tip random people for something they shouldn't be tipped for, because I'm like, hey, here's some extra money. Because that $5 that I'm giving you probably carries a little more than the $5 that's staying in my pocket. When somebody goes, oh, I'm not going to tip you $25, I'm going to tip you $23, I'm like, okay, well, you need that $3. Okay, bye-bye. But at the end of the day, what is that fucking $3 changing for you versus what is changing for me? I'm literally working. I'm like, I'm serving you on your leisurely night out in order to pay my rent and to pay for my dog's food. What if they tipped you in rare earth mineral like a silver dollar? I mean, it's worth more than $1, absolutely. If you're smart, then you see the value in that and you're like, oh, hell yeah, thank you very much. Europe, we usually tip 5 to 10% and it's never mandatory or expected. I think that's plenty ethical, because in Europe, I imagine servers get paid normal wages. I make $2 an hour. If you do not tip me, I make $2 an hour. And then I have to tip other people. I pay bussers and food runners, and potentially the bar if you get alcohol, based on my sales. So if at the end of the day I sold $1,000 worth of food, I have to tip a percentage of that money into the runners and the bussers. And if I sell $100 of alcohol, I have to tip a percentage of that into the bar. So if that $1,000 0 tip, I am paying money to work. So I would say in America, that's less ethical, because it is now, my job is now on the whims of American society. And then people come over from another country and they don't understand our tipping culture, and they spend $400 and they tip $15. That's happened to me. And I now I am paying for you to sit down at my table. Would you put in the same effort if you were on a fixed but higher wage? Probably not. Because I know that the amount of effort I put in turns over a pretty damn good paycheck. Personally. I kind of have a reputation. Would you rather have a straight wage or take tips? Well, if I wanted a straight wage, I would just go do an hourly job. Who tips the most versus the least? That's bait. That's bait. If anyone's ever been a server, they know the answers to those questions. I will not be answering that question. But I would not put... I am quite an empathetic person, I would say. So I would still put... You just gave us answer without saying it out loud? No, I didn't. Because at the end of the day, in speaking on race, at the end of the day, no race completely falls under one category. I have been surprised in multiple directions by any given race, regardless of stereotype. So, it's really like my answer didn't give anything, because there are stereotypes out there, but I don't really think that they are mostly justified. You answered it again? Alright, stream's over. But yeah, okay, fixed wage versus what I get paid right now. The amount of effort I put in, I make more than I would if the company was giving me a fixed wage. So, wait. The results of the effort that I put in makes me the money that I make. So then if I wasn't getting that potential money, I mean, I go above and beyond typically from what's expected of me. So I don't know. I just don't know. I know that when I was working an hourly job at that same restaurant, I was always seeking to make my customer happy, regardless of whether I was getting a tip or not. But that's just me. Because at the end of the day, I think about how I would want to experience what I'm doing. Wouldn't having less stress about performance make you happier while doing your job? Well, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so being in a position where my perfectionistness actually pays off is preferable, I guess. Like, okay, for example, when I was working in carryout, are your customers usually very diversified? Yeah. I was working in the carryout department when I first started, or for honestly the first 3-4 years or whatever, up until just a few months ago. And sometimes people tip in the carryout. I make an hourly. I don't need the tip. The tips are nice, and actually you get pretty good tips at the end of the day. We share the tips across all the people working carryout that day, so that everyone gets something, even whether they work the morning or the night. Regardless of whether there's a tip, personally speaking, now this is not the same case for everybody, but personally speaking, I would still give you the same, I would still give you a minimum high standard service in carryout, whether you tip me or not. But I have had people be like, oh, they left 0? Yeah, they're not getting this. Or, I'm not gonna do this, or whatever. People have said that. And I'm like, okay, well, the tip is optional and typically not expected in a scenario like carryout. But having done the job as well, I will tell you that I'm basically doing a server's job just without the "Hi, how are you today?" salesman part and like the drinks. You're paying for a convenience by ordering carryout, coming and picking up your food, and that convenience is being done by me. So I would still encourage tipping because yes, I'm getting an hourly, but you're also saving yourself a lot of time sitting down at a restaurant, getting to eat at home in the comfort, all that kind of shit. Or being able to feed 6 people that, you know, having a family dinner at your house. You don't have to cook yourself. But, I mean, there is a pretty good level of stress as a server. What do you think if a guest is rude to you, but they tip you 200%? I'd be pleasantly surprised and then chalk it up to personal differences. Oh, maybe they're from New York or something. I don't know. I just think that some people just exist without recognizing themselves as being rude. Like I was serving this table, it was 18 people, and I literally said at the beginning, I was like, "Hey everybody, my name is Abel. I'll be taking care of you. If you have a need that I am not fulfilling, if there's something, if there's empty water that I haven't gotten to in a while, just wave me down, because there's a lot of you, there's a lot for me to be paying attention to. Yeah, hey, blah, blah, blah. Then this guy at the end of the table, I had just gone around and been like, does anybody need a bag, or anybody need a to-go box? I got to-go boxes, I got a stack of to-go boxes here, does anybody need a to-go box? I'm handing them out to the people that very obviously need some, and then, I even put, this guy wasn't paying attention, I put one down beside him, he needed two. I get all the way to the other end of the table, and he goes, hey! Yelling at me across the restaurant. And I'm like, okay, that is fucking rude as shit. Don't yell at me, I'm not a fucking dog. I will eventually get back to you at some point. It's not the most imperative thing in the world for you to get another to-go box. But you are also not paying attention. So, that's on you, buddy. But that was super rude. But then I still ended up actually... Well, he wasn't the one that paid the table. But the guy that ended up paying the table paid me extra because of, you know, the size of the job. But in general, he wasn't like a completely rude person. I just think that sometimes people don't realize that certain things they do are rude. And that's just self-awareness, I think. Because I know sometimes I accidentally be rude to people. I had one lady walk in and she was so mean. And then she said something. I realized, like, maybe I can break the ice a little bit or whatever. I was like, would you like a water while you're waiting? I get you an ice water to go. And she goes, oh, yeah, thank you. And then she was super nice after that. Sometimes all it takes is one thing to change the fucking mood. Actually, another example is I had somebody that wouldn't... They were like, hey, Abel, I don't want to take that table. Do you want it? I was like, sure. Because I'm not going to say no to a table. Because there's potential. Potential for money, you know? So I walked up to the table, and I quickly realized why he didn't want to take that table. Because the lady was not friendly. She goes, yeah, I'm gonna need a water, and make sure you bring a lemon too. Like, okay. Unfazed. Like, okay, water with a lemon. Alright, anything else I can get for you? And she go, like, I could see it in her face. She was not expecting me to take that unfazed. And she goes, you could see it in her face, and you're like, oh, this guy's got it. And then she was still a little rude, and she's like, I'm gonna have a lot of questions about my dinner. I was like, all right, let's get down to it. I go stand right beside her. I'm like, how can I help you about? And she's like, okay, well, I'm thinking about getting this, but I want to do this instead. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, I'll just switch out the mashed potatoes for the asparagus that you... So you want to do... You don't want the mashed potatoes, you want asparagus. Yeah, I can swap that out real quick. And she goes, okay, and I don't like spicy. So, and I was like, oh, well, what we could do, you could still have the dish, because I actually think this dish is really delicious. But what I can do is I can leave in a little note telling them to put the spicy stuff on the side. That way, you're in control of how spicy your dish is. And she goes, okay, sounds great. And then from that point on, she was like real nice and tipped me 22% or something like that. What was probably gonna be like a $4 tip if I had allowed her to, if I had like kind of refunded her bad attitude with more bad attitude, would have probably been like maybe like a $4 tip or something. Ended up being 22%, which was like, I don't know, like $13 or something. Which at that point it ends up just being a skill issue. Zanny's shirt chest button is holding with its own life. Yeah, for real. Hi, Kaido. Guess whistles to get your attention. I mean, I gotta have some dignity. Some people could just be having bad days. Yeah, and a lot of times people don't realize that, like, I will literally be driving to work and I'll be like, man, such a great day, blah 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 blah, music, yay yay yay, and then somebody cuts me the fuck off and that just changes everything. And then they flick me off after they cut me off. Oh my god. And then I walk in to the restaurant and I'm like, and then somebody goes, hey Abel, or they say something silly to me that would, if I was in a good mood, I wouldn't care, but since I'm in a bad mood, don't fuck with me. And I say silly, it's chiding or like mockery or something. You go, oh, look who it is. Grumpy Abel's here. And I'm like, don't fucking talk to me. Boom. Cut me off person who's probably in a bad mood. Put me in a bad mood. I then put the person that talked to me when I walked into the restaurant in a bad mood. What's going to happen to them? They are now going to chain reaction, put somebody else in a bad mood. Human emotion is a fickle mistress, okay? And all it takes is one bad mood to create like 6 bad moods in a day. It's crazy how easy. If you really pay attention to that shit, it's crazy how easy that works. And like some people are like, oh my gosh, this person's such an asshole. Maybe they're not always an asshole. Because that lady's married with 3 kids. She could be just a raging bitch, but she could also be a pretty great lady, but just having a bad day. Or got into an argument with her husband and accidentally is unintentionally taking it out on you. And that in itself, if you can recognize that shit and try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but if you can try to make that lady's day a little better, it can really shift the battle. Yo, Mr. Server is taking psychology lessons. Yeah, I've always just, I mean, I took, I don't know, maybe like 1 psychology class or something in college. I've always just been like kind of hyper aware of people's mentals, or I think about that stuff a lot. I mean, all of that's like unfounded. It's just my opinion. I think it's pretty easily backed up.
My orders are to guard and to guide. I do my job, nothing more, nothing less. So, if you want to investigate, I'll stick with you until you're done.
Yeah, I had one lady pay for the 20-person table, so the check was really high, and then she picked the tip, and the tip was really good. But respective of what, like percentage-wise, it was a standard tip. But because the table was high, and the tip was high, it was a nice tip, obviously. But then again, I'm putting way more effort into this 20-person table than I would a 3-person table. So then the obviously the ratio is like, if it boils down to just a standard tip. She then like comes up to me later and goes, oh, was the tip good enough? I was like, yeah, it's fine. So there's like 3 possibilities that was. It was, she thought, okay, maybe I should be tipping him more, so I'm going to ask him if it was good enough. And then another server, after hearing that, I think he like witnessed it. He goes, oh, she just wants you to recognize how much she tipped you, because we'll just say the table ended up being like $600, so the tip was going to come out to about $120. We'll just say that. So the $120 tip seems like a lot to her, but she literally just selected the standard amount for the tip. So if you think about it, obviously $120 is way more than $10. But respective of the effort I need to put into your table versus a table that's going to tip $10 on a standard tip, your tip is still a standard tip. If you had spent $600 and then tipped me $200 in appreciation for the amount of effort I'm putting in, I would have been like, oh my gosh, wow, thank you so much. But even then, I still was like, wow, thank you so much. Because sometimes I had a $300 table tip me $25. Actually, today, there was a $300 table that the manager comped their whole table. So their $300 table was for free. That's what comp is. They Goodwilled it. So they got rid of the whole check. So the people ate $300 at our restaurant worth of whatever for free, and then left me a $20 bill on the table. Whoa. Now that's a painful one right there. That's a painful one. If someone bought a $2,000 bottle of wine, but I mentioned it to the manager and I was like, so they might do something for me. It's like Monday or something. We'll see. Someone bought a $2,000 bottle of wine. Would you expect 20% on it? Absolutely. Yes. Anything you decide to buy at a restaurant, whether you're spending $5, whether you're spending $30, whether you're spending $2,000 on a bottle of wine, you should be accounting for a standard 20% tip. If you're in America, obviously. I don't make the rules, but that's just what it is. That's just what our society provides. Now, I understand that that bottle of wine is not ever going to cost $2,000 anywhere other than inside of a restaurant. But that was your choice to buy the $2,000 bottle of wine. But yeah, we have a bottle of wine that sells in the restaurant for like $130. If you bought it at the grocery store, it'd be like 90 or 80. But that's where alcohol goes kind of crazy. It's like we sell this brand called Josh. It's Josh Cellars Cabernet, or they have a few, obviously, or they have a few different wines. But we sell the Cabernet Sauvignon, and you can get the Cabernet Sauvignon for probably about $18 at the restaurant. But if you bought a bottle, it would be $56 in the restaurant. But most people doing that are doing that because they got the money and they're buying the experience. Because, like, at the end of the day, you could make a chicken fettuccine alfredo at home for like $10. The whole point of you going out is you don't have to cook. You get to sit in a nice little place and you get waited on. It's the same thing as like a foot massage. You could rub your own feet. But you go pay for a foot massage because you're paying for a service that you don't want to do yourself. And you get a nice little person that comes up and serves you water and refills your drink and gets you your Parmesan cheese. So.
Thank you for trusting in my abilities. So, what's our next move?
Yeah, I mean, needless to say, I pretty much, unless it's like really ridiculous, like a gas station asking me for a tip, you mainly pay for the service more than product. Exactly. Like, obviously, you're wanting to find really great food, but this is my take. If you have a shitty time in the restaurant, you should never come back. I have been to Chili's like 4 times, and I've never once had a good time, and so now I just ultra veto it. Unless it's like, this is the only option and a group of friends are going there or whatever. If I have the option, I will never be like, oh, I'm gonna go to Chili's. Because I've never, at any of the locations I've been to, had a good experience. Food comes out cold. Something was raw in this. Food comes out wrong. I asked for no blue cheese. There's blue cheese mixed in. I took a bite. Now I've got blue cheese in my mouth and I'm about to throw up. It's just always been bad. Same with Buffalo Wild Wings. I've never really had a good experience with Buffalo Wild Wings, so I'll never go back there. The Wild Wings are good. When some people go, oh my god, I love Chili's. And I'm like, yeah, you won't catch me dead there. But yeah, that's what you're doing. You're going out to pay for the service. And the experience is what it's called. The whole shebang. You get greeted by a friendly person at the host stand. You get sat down. Someone brings you water, they bring you the appetizer, they bring you your dinner, they serve you with whatever needs you need. It's a nice setting, there's pretty music playing, there's this and that. There's other people around. For some people, it's people witnessing that bottle of wine hitting your table. What's up, Geeky? For some people, it's I'm gonna buy the bottle of wine as a status symbol. Literally. That's some crazy camera angle. And the like the very slight opening on the blouse. It's crazy. But like people with that money, they're treating another couple and they go, would you like a bottle of wine? Let's get the Caparzo Brunello de Monticello. Easy $98 on the check. I go, get the Caparzo. Yes, you do. Oh, that's a really great one. You do want the Caparzo, right? Boom, $98 right out of the gate. I'll bring some water by as well.
Good.
Got Cart's weapon? Hell yeah. What's Cart? Cartethia, the blue girl that transforms? The one I'm pulling on? I think I got caught up on this thing because cartwheel, but this thing cartwheels. So like, when people say cartwheel, I go, oh, the girl that spins in circles like crazy? Oh, that's a nice long yap. Oh, Union level 35? Is that a... I think that means something to me. Yeah! Look at that shit, baby! 45, I get a weapon. Look at all those freaking rolls we get, chat. We call her Cartwheel because Cartethia is a bit hard to remember. Okay. What's the weapon I should be going for? I'm pretty sure from this set I'm getting a free one. So I guess what's the second weapon I should be going for? Do I have Linnea's signature? Yes, I do. I do not need this for Linnea. I got Linnea's signature in 5 pulls, Gabor. Either that or we just say fluterless. What will be your next 5-star? I mean, I'm pulling for Cartethia right now. I'm getting Calcharo from that free thing. I also have Rover. I mean, who does Lene, what would Lene support really well? That's coming soon, I guess. Ooh, sorry. I also have, what's her name? I have, butterfly chick. Shopkeeper. Broadblade and gun are the best for that set. I think the loot guy will be the Toon Break DPS. Did they give a weapon? Did they say what weapon he is? I mean, I think I'd have enough primos to get him and his weapon, like farmable primos, with all the quests and shit that I have to do, and just like chests. He's gonna be Spectro Gauntlet, so I should get this probably, because I probably will pull for him. But that's kind of, at the same time, I'm kind of saying I'll probably get his SIG, or at least go for it. So then I don't know. Is any of these just like oh, this would be good on a lot of people? Gun? Or sword for other set? Well, yeah, but I'm getting a free one of this set from level 45 Union. Gun is only good for Toon Breakers. The old gun was a general support weapon. So as of right now, the gun wouldn't be that great. This Broadblade or old set? If you decide to grab Augusta. Gun, Broadblade, Gauntlet. Broadblade is only good for Calcharo. I am going for Calcharo as my free 5-star, so I could just save it until you need it. Yeah, but pulls. Calcharo won't be able to carry your endgame. I mean, that's okay. Look at that peasant money right there. Have you? I own Lene and her Sig.
Got a long bucket list. Good thing I've got time to check every box.
Cost me a total of 20 pulls for both. Pretty nice. Oh. New Broadblade can still be used as a stat stick, which makes it better. Alright. Cartethia, come home to me. It's not the right color! 4 stars are real fucking lame. Ven, though she doesn't do burst damage. Who's Ven?
Got a long bucket list. Good thing I've got time to check every box.
Let me tell y'all, I'm fucking sleepy. Cartethia needs her weapon and Kakona to work.
Sentinel above.
Like, you can't play the game if you don't have those two things?
Oh, the Sentinel is in a great rage. They are warning us.
What happens? Does my game just uninstall itself? That sucks.
10 years ago, it was our unbridled indulgence that brought about divine punishment. We should have heeded Primus Fenrico's words. Oh, dear visitor from afar, you may not know. 10 years ago, the
You can skip Kakona if you're willing to try hard.
Divine punishment. Primus Fenrico foresaw the shadow beneath the revelry and halted its spread.
So basically, I have a guarantee on my next banner, whatever the next 5-star on my banner is. Should I just save for the next character?
Simply put, many terrible
Because I wasn't really gonna attempt to get Kakona.
like Echo's losing control. Since then, the Primus ordered the Carnival to stop.
Is Kakona only good for Cartethia, or is she good for like a lot of people? Should I be getting Kakona first? Your choice. If you like her, I'd say pull her. I like her, but my sample size is pretty fucking low. So far, I've liked everyone I've played on except for Kakona. Kakona is good on arrow units. Olmeke is saying only Cartethia. You can stay for Morn or get Augusta in the next half. Augusta, fuck. She might be one of my favorite designs. I just haven't played as her, so I don't know if I'd like her.
Haven't heard of it.
You can play Cartethia and Arrow Rover. I thought Zanny was Spectro.
Echoes are messengers of the Sentinel. They lost control and attacked people because they were corrupted, reflecting our transgressions against the Sentinel.
Augusta is good even with the standard banner weapon, and with a 4-star support, she's very free to play friendly. Cool.
This year, the Order has approved the Carnival.
So basically, for for wind shred effect or whatever, the debuff, you only get Kakona or
CG Kinside _ just subscribe.
Thank you, Geeky. 15 months. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Wow. Augusta needs Sig. Every DPS in this game needs Sig. The problem, this isn't a shot at anybody, but the problem with like some of these things is the same thing I was talking about with Genshin. It's like Mavaka needs this, this, and this. Yeah, to do 2 million fucking damage. But in no world in Genshin do you need 2 million damage. So are we being like, if you want the fullest potential, you gotta have this and this? Or can Cartethia still be fun without fucking Kakona? It's just that Sig is so much easier to get that. Sig is so much easier to get that a lot more people say you should get it. Because it's way more accessible. That's true. Way more accessible than Genshin. And it seems like Genshin's 4-star game is actually like really, really good. So even if you don't get the Sig in Genshin, you still got strong options in 4 stars. And so from what I've seen in 4 stars in this game, it's not really the same scenario.
As for the one that escaped, the Order will retrieve it as soon as possible to prevent further harm.
Cart loses 40% ceiling without her Sig. Okay, that's a pretty big ceiling. Kakona is less DPS, but a lot of quality of life and playstyle. Okay. So basically, Cart is a heavy premium character.
In other words, the echo will be reset in the databank. That's how we Ragunesi usually deal with malfunctioning echoes.
Which is okay, but I'm not ready to drop $100 to guarantee all that shit right now.
We deeply apologize for the disturbance caused by that undisciplined echo. Now please excuse me. I have other matters to attend to.
I had to freaking pee.
She may not have given us anything useful, but she did remind me of one thing.
She's the only HP scaling DPS right now, so her options are limited. Ah.
It seemed to have a clear goal.
See. Okay. So far, my free card is doing really well on SOL3 Phase 5 Triple Arrow Team. Didn't you get her SIG though? But yeah, most characters want SIG, right? Yeah.
The echoes are connected with each other. So usually if one loses control, the others will be affected too. However, we haven't received any reports of other echoes losing control.
Well, maybe all that premium.
If it wasn't the Sentinel's punishment, it could have been.
I save for newer characters, I guess. Or other characters.
You're right.
SIG will always be a big upgrade, but saying everyone needs it is wild. Yeah. Yeah. That's just where that concept is like. Characters that don't care, like Galbrina and Carlotta. She looks set up to be a fucking character.
Wind against my vines.
For real? Shut up. Well, there you go, chat. You can get an achievement for talking to the fucking octopus. I'm a chameleon, but I'll admit that could be because Emerald is a really good sword. Ugh. I think I'm... fading.
Here's to a world of discoveries and wonders. Welcome to the Pioneer Association.
So originally you couldn't get into Rosemary's shop, but because everyone liked her so much, they allowed you to.
Sandy, it's been some time. Have you finally decided to join us?
A crazy patch.
No, I'm here for something else. This is Mr. Fulmin from the Pioneer Association.
Oh, hello, you brought a new friend. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Fulmin, head of the Wuthering Film Studio under the Pioneer Association in Raguna. How should I address you?
Call me Daddy.
Your name rings a bell. Oh, you're the legendary Rover.
I'm already legendary? How am I legendary?
Savior from a foreign land, the dark thunderbolt streaking across the world. I've longed to meet you. By the Sentinel, let me seize this extraordinary moment.
Alright, don't go season nothing, buddy.
Wait, you're actually some kind of celebrity.
Indeed he is. Raguna's roots have only recently opened, so his feet haven't made it here yet. Should you perform a great deed, trust me to ensure your name echoes throughout Raguna.
I had a nagging feeling I'd met someone important. But let's get back to what matters. We're here to ask a favor. We're investigating
So funny that the Thai, like,
who caused the scene around Trattoria Margherita. It fled in this direction.
like this was so obviously on
Wondering
purpose.
if you can recreate the scene for us.
The Thai, like, flicking out of the way for the blouse to be strained. And there in the middle, you know, the skin.
I know the one you mean. Saw it streaking out of the city with a few order fellows in tow. As for recreating the scene, CMOS, my friend, it's time to get to work.
What the hell is that?
All right, where is it? My memory of that Vitrium dancer. Ah! I found it.
Mr. Fulmin's forte is celluloid chronicle. He can convert events into film, recording all that happens within a span of time.
That's really powerful.
His partner, CMOS, uses a memory projector forte to show these captured moments.
There it is. Take a look.
So it did leave the city. This complicates matters. The area beyond is too vast to search effectively. Plus, tacit discords are hampering our investigation. We can't start.
What do you think I am? Not a chance. But I'm too sleepy to help. Just wake me if there's any progress.
I'm sorry. I can only record what is plain to the eye.
Don't be hard on yourself, Mr. Fulmin. You've been a tremendous help. At least we're not flying blind anymore. But Rover, we need a new plan.
Give me a moment.
How could this be?
His garb suggests he's from the Montelli family. Could they be involved in this turmoil?
Speaking of, the mask is not the typical Montelli style, and wearing it now is unusual. With their eagerness to promote reserve terminals, the Montellis would be the last to invite trouble now. If he's tied to the disturbance...
Maybe a spy in
Then
disguise.
perhaps we should seek Miss Nyarla's expertise.
Nyarla?
She's known for her intricate masks.
Good idea, but nobles are secretive. Direct questions might lead to unwanted attention.
I'll arrange it for a custom mask
Excellent.
myself.
Let's make for the masked reverie.
Okay, chat, I'm fading so fucking hard.
Good luck.
Oh, that damn yapper shine is taking it out of me.
Would you like a fun game? Another day, another heroic me!
Time for me to call it a night. Alright. I'll be streaming again tomorrow night. It'll be a lot earlier, so it'll be a longer stream. Thank you all for hanging out. If you're new to the stream, make sure you leave a follow, subscribe to the YouTube, anything like that. Super supportive and helpful. It helps you find my stream again. Oh my gosh, baby. Thank you all for hanging out. You have work? You gotta work now? Good luck. Have a good night. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. You guys have a wonderful time. Alright, bye-bye. Ooh, gross. Alright, good luck with that.